I speak unto thee this day, and I say it is me, the living God, who does have in abundance exactly what my people have need of. And I say that I would give unto my people just as they need if they would but call upon me. But I say that my people set out to establish their own way, to determine their own needs, and I say they stray from me. That is, they go a-whoring after the ways of the world, and they command and demand that I meet the needs of the same. But I say, why should I, the living God, find pleasure in a carnally minded people who are far from me, who are determined to do things their way? That is, they are determined to have it the way that they want it, when they want it, and do as they please. And I say, because they have chosen such darkness, I say that their hearts are far from me. And I say, because they have chosen to live in separation from me, I say that they prove to be a grief unto me. Now I say that I, the living God, never ever intended that the ones who are claiming that they are my people would live in the darkness that they are in these times. But I say they are there because they choose to walk in separation from me. That is, they choose to go in the way of their own understanding. They choose to go in the way that I've never intended, and I say they cause themselves sore dismay. And I say it is simply because they are refusing to cleave unto the truth, the light, the strength of who I am, that they can indeed be brought forth by me. But I say instead they are seeking to do things their own way, which is nothing but the way of death. Now I say that I, the living God, do offer unto my people the way of life and life abundant. That is, my people are meant to have sufficient life in me, that they are able to impart the same unto others who will believe in me. But I say you are living in a time when the ones who are claiming that they are my people do not have my life in abundance at all. And I say the truth of it is they are not able to impart that life unto others because it is not abundant in them. And I say it is because they are determined to do it their way. Now I say, if you really consider that if you get your way, you are getting the way of death, you are getting the way of damnation, you are getting the way of fools. For I say that a man is right in his own eyes, but he can be terribly wrong before me. That is, he can be living in the darkness of his own understanding. He can be living in his own pride and estimation as to how great he is. And I say in the process he is quenching my spirit. He is stopping the flow of my life in his life. And I say that he's giving place to demons. Now I say that I, the living God, do not intend that my own people would be ruled by demons, motivated by demons, and taken in demons. And yet I say that my people are ruled by demons in this hour because they have rejected my rule over them. But I say that men are stupid and dull, they are dumb, because they are so insistent on their own way. But I say they realize not that the way of a man is of course the way of demons, because men apart from me are ruled by demons. That is, when men will give themselves to any other power source other than me, I say those power sources are of darkness. And I say they are consequently ruled by demons, whether they believe it or not. Now I say that I, the living God, desire when I come unto a man or a woman to bear rule over them. That is, I desire to manifest my power, my strength, my glory unto them, that they can indeed be brought forth in me. And I say that I desire that they would relinquish their way to take up my way. But I say, because of the stubbornness and pride, because of the rebellion of the generation that ye are in, I say there are few who will allow me to rule. That is, who will allow me to rule over them, to keep them in the narrow way that I provide. But I say instead they are choosing to continue to rule themselves, and consequently they are ruled by demons. For I say their motivations are not of me, but I say they are the motivations of carnality, and I say they give way to fleshly lust. Now I say that I, the living God, do not call thee to invoke the demon powers and think somehow you are pleasing me. That is, if you are ever backbiting and devouring, if you are undermining and rebelling, if you are choosing your own way and thinking you know a better way than I provide, of course you are walking under demons. But I say, if you are too proud and high-minded, if you are vainly puffed up in your own religious shows, you will not even see what you do. But I say, you will esteem you are better than your brethren. You will think you know it all, when really you have not even seen the warfare that is going on for your soul. And I say, you play into the hand of demons which take rule over thee. Now I say that I, the living God, do not call my people to be ruled by demons, to be governed by them, and to be deceived by them. But I say that I call my people to be quickened in the spirit, to become alert and alive, and ever attentive unto me. For I say, it is me, the living God, who does give the instruction, the direction, the correction, that my own people have need of, to be ever kept in me. But I say, when my people are dull because they are indulging themselves in demonic thought and process, I say they are far from me. Now I say that I, the living God, do not call thee to give way to demons, but I call thee to desire my rule over thee. That is, I call thee to be ruled by the power of my Spirit, to be brought forth in the truth, the light that I provide. I say that I've called thee to be ruled by my Spirit, to be ever uplifted and given the strength, the truth, the mercy of who I am. For I say, if you will indeed come forth in all that I offer and provide, you will be thankful unto me. But I say, if you are choosing to have your own way, to follow what it is that is your natural intuition, where does it lead? I say that it leads to death and damnation, for that is the end of the natural man. But I say, if you will indeed subject yourself to the mind of my Spirit, you will be guided forth in my life. And I say that you will be uplifted and strengthened time and again, for it is me, the living God, who is able to give unto thee all that you need. Now I say, you are meant to count it a privilege to be uplifted, directed, guided, and instructed by me. And I say, you are meant to be partaking of that which I give thee time and again, for I am indeed well able. That is, I'm able to direct thee, correct thee, and bring thee forth, that you can indeed be thankful unto me. That is, that I guide thee out of the hand of demons, out of the influence of the same, and into the glorious light that I provide. I say, you are living in a time when I, the living God, do have abundance in the spirit realm prepared for my people, yet I say they are starving to death. That is, in the spiritual dimension, they are starving, they are weak, they are tottering, and they have nothing at all to offer unto others. And I say it is simply because they have chosen to walk under the covering of their own understanding, and likewise be ruled by demons rather than me. And I say all the while they are loving it so, for it gives them license to indulge their own carnality and stay far distanced from me. Now I say that I, the living God, do not call thee to walk under the influence of demons. I do not call thee to be ruled by them. But I say that I call thee to be thankful that in me you have the life and abundance that I provide. I say that I call thee to be thankful that in me you can be uplifted, strengthened, directed, and guided day by day. For I say it is me, the living God, who is righteousness and truth, mercy, hope, and peace always. Therefore I say this day, do not take the accusation, do not take the undermining, do not take the rebellion that demons would offer unto thee, and be comfortable with the same. But I say instead, be willing to refute, rebuke, and refuse the unfruitful works of darkness that will keep thee bound in the same. For I say, if you are willing to war against those demon forces, they will not bear rule over thee. But I say, if you fold your hands and accept the lies of the liar, the same will take you far from me. Now I say that I, the living God, am big enough and strong enough to lead, to guide, to direct, and instruct, if my own people will stay receptive unto me. But I say, when my people give way to an evil heart of unbelief, when they begin to doubt and refuse to hearken unto me, what do? I say they take themselves down the road of despair, down the road of futility and emptiness and separation from me. And I say they take themselves into a mindset whereby they feel secure with demons, and all the while they are mistrusting me. Now I say that I, the living God, do not call thee to be fearful and unfaithful and in mistrusting me. That is, to give way to an evil heart of unbelief, whereby you are accusing and abusing in your thoughts. That is, you are accusing and abusing my authority, you are accusing and abusing my lordship, and I say you think you must have your own way. But I say it is stupidity and darkness that lead you to such an agreement with death. For I say, when you get your way, you get the way that will destroy thee, the way that will take you far from me. Now I say, when a man will gloat because he's got his way, I say, what a fool he is. For I say that the man who truly has spiritual understanding knows that the only way of life is found in me. That is, life is not found in his own little indulgence, his own little way, and his own little source. But I say, when a man is dull and dumb regarding my spirit, he will command and demand that he have his way, all to his own destruction. Now I say that I, the living God, never called thee to be destroyed, but I say that I've called thee to be ever uplifted in me. That is, I've called thee to be thankful that I give to thee the truth, the light, the mercy, the strength of who I am. And I say that I call thee to be thankful that through me you can be set free of demon power and influence, that you are not ruled by the same. And you can indeed come forth in the truth, the light, the strength that I offer day by day. Now I say it is true that I, the living God, delight to lead thee in the warfare, if you will stay true unto me. That is, if you will align yourself with me, with my will, you can make progress in me. But I say, if you are ever stubbornly clinging to your own understanding, looking back and resorting to fantasy as to how great your life was before I led you into the battle, oh, what a fool you are. For I say, when the enemy had you oppressed and depressed and fettered down, oh yes, that was a great time. No, it was a time when you cried out within because you were under the oppression of the rulership of demons, and it was me, the living God, who has desired to set thee free. Now you consider, when my people were in Egypt, they were under the rulership of demons, they were under the dominion of that which was powers of darkness, and they did not have it good. Yet I say, when I led them out and to take them forward into the warfare that would have given them the land of abundance, what did they do? They cried, they moaned, they blubbered and said they had it better back in Egypt. They said that basically in my face they had it better when they were oppressed, depressed, and beaten down, when they were in slavery day by day, when they were in bondage to demons, and then they said they had it better in the same. Now what do you imagine was speaking through them? It was nothing but demons. I say this day, do not look back to Egypt, do not imagine that I, the living God, will take thee backwards, for I do not. But I say that I lead my people onward and forward into the land of promise, into the abundance of goodness that I have in store. But I say, if my own people will continue to be stubborn against me and desire to have what they imagine is their own way, then it is me, the living God, who lifts my hand and turns them back to demons. That is, the same demons that had them so beat down that they cried out from the depths of their spirit to be released from the oppression, the darkness that they were in. Now listen to this, that I would never have set my servant Moses to deliver those people in Egypt had they not moaned and groaned within themselves unto me. But I say, once they were delivered from the oppression of darkness, then the demons told them that it was better than my life. Now consider your own circumstance. Are you looking back? Are you believing demons? Are you imagining you had it better than you have it now? I say, if you are not following me. But I say, you are following the influence, the oppression, the darkness of demons that are overshadowing thee. For I say, it is me, the living God, who does lead thee onward in the light.